Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome again to my channel. I am Musammat Israt Jahan Rifa, an undergrad student currently studying in Department of Economics at Shahjalan University of Science and Technology, Sylhet, Bangladesh. Today, I will talk about sequential explanatory strategy and sequential exploratory strategy of research methodology. In this video, I will try to clear the concepts about these two. Before going to the main topic, as an introductory part, let me just give an idea from where these two came from and where we can use those. So, we have to first understand what mixed method strategies are, because both the sequential explanatory strategy and sequential exploratory strategy are two classifications of mixed method strategies. The prominent scholars in the field of mixed method research named Criswell and Plano-Clark identified 12 types of mixed method strategies. Those were later reclassified by Criswell into 6 types, from which both of these came. Now let me talk about mixed method strategies. Mixed method strategies in research methodology refers to the combination of quantitative and qualitative research approaches within a single study. That means in a single study, there will be both quantitative and qualitative research approach. Those strategies provide a fuller picture by addressing both the what and the why or how questions. Here, what represents the quantitative approach. It works with numerical data and uses statistical methods to analyze and interpret the results. And the why or how represents the qualitative approach. It works with non-numerical data and emphasizes exploring meanings, perception, and interpretation rather than measuring variables. Now the main part. Let us first understand what sequential explanatory strategy is. Actually, sequential explanatory strategy is a popular strategy for mixed method design with strong quantitative learnings. Here, quantitative data is collected first, followed by qualitative data. It is used to explain and interpret quantitative results. Here actually weight typically is given to the quantitative data, and the mixing of the data occurs when initially quantitative results guide the secondary qualitative collection. Thus, the two forms of data are separated but connected. Here comes the part of strength and weakness of the sequential explanatory strategy. At first, let's see the strength of the strategy. This strategy is easy to implement, describe, and report, as the steps fall into clear and separate stages. And if we tell more, then this strategy may or may not have specific theoretical perspective, but the straightforward nature of this design is the main strength of the strategy. And if we talk about weakness, then this strategy is time consuming due to the two-phase data collection. Now let us talk about another strategy, which is sequential exploratory strategy. This strategy is the total reversed case of sequential explanatory strategy. Here, qualitative data is collected first, followed by quantitative data, and weight is generally given on the first phase here. The primary focus of this strategy is to initially explore a phenomena and also can be used to generalize qualitative findings to different samples. Actually, one purpose for selecting this approach is to determine the distribution of a phenomenon within a chosen population. Here, mixing occurs when qualitative results guide quantitative collection. And if we discuss further, then three-phase approach is used in this strategy. In the first phase, the researcher gathers qualitative data and analyzes it, then uses the analysis to development and instrument, and then that is subsequently administered to a simple population. This strategy also has some advantages and disadvantages. If we talk about the strength first, then it is easy to implement and report. It is also useful for developing new instruments when the existing ones are inadequate or not available. And the process of developing new tools include surveys, questionnaires, interview guide, or tests based on the findings from exploratory qualitative phase to be used in the quantitative phase. And it bridges qualitative and quantitative research. If we talk about the weak part, it is actually time consuming. This strategy requires decisions on key quantitative findings about which findings from the initial qualitative phase will be focused on in the subsequent quantitative phase, like one theme, comparison among groups, multiple themes, etc. Now we have come to the comparison part. At first, Explanatory strategy starts with the quantitative data, whereas exploratory strategy starts with qualitative data, and it is the biggest difference of these two. And then explanatory strategy explains unexpected data well. In this case, the qualitative data collection that follows can be used to examine the surprising results in more details. And the exploratory data is used for theory development and instrument creation. We can also compare those through examples. At first, in the case of sequential explanatory strategy, suppose a researcher conducts a survey to assess student satisfaction with online learning. Here, the survey part is the quantitative phase. And after analyzing the results, the researcher conducts interviews with selected students to understand why they are satisfied or dissatisfied. Here, the interview part is the qualitative phase. Here the latter part on the qualitative phase were used to interpret the quantitative part or the first phase, and the purpose is to explain or interpret quantitative findings using qualitative insights. And for the latter one, which is sequential exploratory strategy, suppose a researcher interviews teachers to explore new teaching strategies for students with disabilities. Here the interview phase is the qualitative phase, and based on the insights, the researcher designs a questionnaire and distributes it to a larger sample of teachers to quantify how commonly these strategies are used, and this questionnaire and distribution phase is the quantitative phase. And the purpose is to explore a phenomenon and then validate or generalize findings through quantitative analysis. The quantitative findings are here used to generalize qualitative findings, and this is the main difference and also the main theme of the two mixed method strategies. So after all the discussion, we can conclude that both strategies provide structured ways to integrate qualitative and quantitative data. The choice depends mainly on our research goals. So this was my topic today. Hope all of you have understood the topics well. Thanks for listening, and obviously if any of you have any questions or suggestions regarding today's topic, please feel free to mention. Again, thank you everyone. Hope to see you soon. Till then, good luck.